One. Now we are going to see a wonderful game. Today's game between Arjun Erigassi and Aravindh Chidambaram.
Yes.
And Aravindh Chidambaram got a chance to play this kind of Super Grandmaster tournament, and he used his opportunity very nicely. And it's one of the nice win for him. Let's go through the game. Let's dive into the game. Aravindh started with d4. Arjun responded knight f6, bishop g5. He is expecting some kind of Rambaske, but Arjun played normal d5, then e3, g6, knight bd2, bishop g7, knight f3. The game went in some kind of an queen pawn game with an black PNG toad, some kind of an Rambaske or unorthodox opening. After bishop e2, c5, c3, it's here. After that he played b6, he double behind Arjun double behind against bishops. Then he played b4 and attacking the c5 pawn. Responded with knight bd7, and he opened up the line. Aravindh Chidambaram opened up the b file for his rook, and then he played queen b3 attacking the bishop. Arjun here defended with the queen, and here almost to more than 30 minutes he was analyzing that. Aravindh was analyzing more than 20-30 minutes he was analyzing. Then he played a4. Then Arjun was analyzing and he played h6, and he played rook b8. Such a fantastic counter attacking idea. He didn't defend the bishop. After playing rook b8, for example, if you are taking it, then queen b7, then knight b6, queen e7. This position is slightly better for the white player, but Arjun, after h6 rook b8, Arjun played bishop a6, when bishop c6, keeping his bishop away and renewing his attack. Here Aravindh played bishop f4 and controlling that b8 line. Now the rook cannot come there. Here after that he played g5, he opened up the line, and actually it's not a good idea. Now a lot of squares got weakened in his king side. c4, Arjun close center, queen a3 attacking the e7 pawn. He defended with this rook e8, and here he could do counter attack also, g4, then that also preferable move, but Arjun played rook e8 and he played h3, stopping that g4 idea. Now he played bishop f8, one more original move from Arjun. Then he played queen a2. Here he played g4 and opening up the king side, knight g4, bishop g3, then bishop g7, bringing. Arjun is playing in his own style. He is doing something. He is trying to create something over the board, but this attempt didn't go that much well. Now knight f8, knight g2, and Arjun exchange these set of pieces. Now here f5 square is completely weak. Completely he lost the f5 square control. Completely he lost f5 square control. Now after bishop e3, knight f3 and knight d4. After knight d4 he got a clear advantage. Aravindh Chidambaram got a clear advantage, and this bishop also out of the game. Bad bishop, so-called bad bishop. Now he played queen e2. Arjun was trying to create some counter play on the queen side, but Aravindh played correctly. Then he supported his a4 pawn also. Then after knight d6, this knight f5 got a clear advantage. Now even you are a well number 2. This octopus knight played with Arjun's streak. Now Arjun is in a minus position. Aravindh Chidambaram got a clearly better position. His bishop is out. Arjun's bishop is out of the game, and also he is facing very tough position to play. The knight f5 is simply a monster. This knight is just a monster. It's just a monster knight, and Arjun is doing his very best to defend and play well. And this bishop also kind of an out of the game, completely out of the game. This bishop is out of the game, so that also one of the reason. Meanwhile, Arjun's pieces were very active. Here that rook also slightly little bit passive, and king also not well placed. Here he played rook h7 and he opened up the center. It's such a fantastic move, and Arjun defended nicely by playing knight f4, but he also got a very strong knight. He was defending with his knight. When I'm seeing the game live without any computer analysis, I felt like Arjun is doing a wonderful task. He was trying to defend all the weaknesses with his knight and rooks and trying to counter attack, but this time he couldn't succeed because a white player got a clear advantage. Now after e d5, f6, Arjun is defending this e7 attack because there are two people who are attacking this e6 square. So he is defending. Knight also attacking, the rook also attacking. So he is trying to defend that by playing f6, and he could take it. Arjun would take the bishop, but after rook e7, queen c8, now queen f2, and it's completely losing for Arjun. He cannot survive in this kind of position. And after king h8, d6, f6, d7, and this pawn is simply deciding the day. Even after queen g8, he would play rook h7. Then after king takes h7, he could play rook e1. That pawn is very strong. I mean, he could play queen e2, and that pawn is very strong. So here white is completely winning. Here after see this d5 pawn also joined into the battle. Now that bishop also joined, so he has many active pieces: active knight, active bishop, active knight, active rook, and active queen. Almost all the pieces were active, and meanwhile he has a very passive rook and bad bishop, kind of a bad bishop, and rook also not well placed. Only the hero is this knight. There's an only hero, that is this knight, and this queen is doing some good job. And Arjun's that g5 g4 idea and moving the pawn e7 to e5 made that f5 square very weak, and now the position is completely losing. Here after this position, he started to defend very hard, but that defense didn't work out that much well. At the end, he gave up his rook for the knight, but still that pawn is unstoppable. Now that pawn is unstoppable. It's checkmate in 60. So here Arjun tried his very best by playing queen e3 check, and after a tactical shot queen f2, he resigned. He shake hands with Aravindh chidambaram and he resigned. For example, if he take it with the knight, or even he taking with the knight, we will get a new queen, and it's checkmate in 14 and completely losing for Arjun. Well, number 2 player, he lost his game, and Aravindh chidambaram used his chance opportunity very nicely. Local Chennai boy, he used this wonderful opportunity, and he made a huge success. Really, it's an wonderful news for Indian chess. Both of them played a very good chess. See you in the next clip.